think the difficulty with struggling owners is a lot of it is to go, obviously the cash flow, we know that's difficult. We know that a lot of owners are taking the money from one account to pay this and that, and it's a constant juggle of cash flow and money and the lack of cash flow. That's so difficult, and that affects mindset. Anything to do with money and the struggle of money is going to affect the mindset. One of the major danger when we work with owners that are struggling is A, the way they talk to themselves, and B is how they communicate that to their team. I've recently coached an owner who basically did the whole budget with us, and basically showed it to their team, all of it. And I was like, why did you do that? Well, they need to know that, it's really why. Because if you're struggling and you're putting that energy to the team, how are they going to feel? If I was a team member, I would literally just take my bags and go. Find somewhere else.
This is it, isn't it? I think when you're, it is such a difficult place to be when the money gets tight. It is, and you can't help but become a bit insular about it, and a bit, it's just constantly on your mind, and you're looking at every penny, where it's, and you're looking at every penny going out rather than, money coming in, and that is a shift of mindset as well.
It's a difficult one.
It's very, very hard, and from what I've seen from the owners that we've coached that are slightly struggling, is that they're also what they tend to do, which is completely understandable, is stop everything as well. So stop the meetings, stop them, because they want every penny in the business. So the meetings are stopping, the marketing stopping, the trainings, the team training stopping, because all that's on their mind is they need to fill every second of every day to make the money. But I almost, that is like getting into a bit of a spiral, because you're not looking forward. You're then just focusing on that one day, that hour, that minute sort of thing. And it is just a vicious cycle. And we've worked with owners that are at that point. And when we're able to then sit down with them, look at everything and make a good plan of action, and actually start to take those baby steps again forward, then I'm thinking of one in particular now, again, is doing figures that actually she hasn't done for quite a while, and is starting to feel more positive. And we've done work with the manager who's now behind the team more, and encouraging them, and everything's restarting up. But I think it's very easy to make that mistake of just suddenly clamping down.
It starts from the top ultimately, and every time we work with salon owners that are struggling, every time we ask the question, okay then, if it's that bad, if you really can't handle it anymore, if it's absolutely putting you in a place in your life where you don't want to be there anymore, we're going to start looking at putting the keys under the doors. No, I'm not quite there yet. Right.
Yeah.
So if you ask yourself that question, if you're not quite there yet, that means there is work to be done, and you have to work differently, as we know, otherwise you get the same results.
Yeah.
We know that. That's just the basic of everything. So you've got to work differently. You've got to have that mindset that is in a completely different headspace. Otherwise, you kind of keep repeating the same message, the same thing. And all you're doing, and I'm thinking of that owner, and I was so gobsmacked when, I had to show the team. No, you didn't. Because if you show the team and there's no strategy behind, and it's like, well, look at that, we're not doing well. Yet the team is busy, they're 95% occupancy. Yeah. So what's going on? Too much gift vouchers being sold, the diary management's not being looked at. The average sale is not optimized. We're not looking at the retail culture. So everything we can do, little step by little step, we'll get there, but you've got to have a strategy and very much feeling just different about the business.
You've got to find that belief again, haven't you, as well? And I think when you've got someone in your corner sometimes, because we always say it's lonely at the top as well. And I think when you've got, which is why, and it's a difficult decision to make when you're struggling to actually have coaching, because you're holding on to your money. But actually, and we've seen it work time and time again with so many clients, that the benefits of that outweigh, you know, when you can finally have someone that's in your corner, on your side, and can actually look without being emotionally involved.
Yes, that's a really good point, the emotion behind it. I think also is finding other solutions. Like a lot of struggling owners, we have found different solutions that they never thought of. And, you know, having that headspace of like, oh yes, I could do it this way. Oh yeah, I could take a step back and do this and grow the manager, etc. And it's having that thought process and analyze about what's what and how do you really truly want to work. Because a lot of salon owners who are in that situation, a lot of time, you know, the rise of the costs and everything else and the VAT and all of the stuff we know is putting a heavy burden on the salon owners. It's there. It's there. We can't avoid it. So we're going to have, at one point or another, going to have to look at it in a different way. Otherwise, you're going to keep in that wavelength of struggling constantly. Thank you for joining us. We really enjoy sharing our thoughts on various topics. If you have a burning question, simply comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button to keep up to date with each new episode.